Already 3 CV challenge, the Blacksite self, no Scrambler, reinforced doors, and 15 minutes. Now it's no Scrambler, which means that we practically have to clear the entire starting area. Even though we technically don't have to, it's gonna be a bit more viable than it would otherwise be if we, well, didn't take out a guard, which... Aside from that, there's also, well, reinforced doors, which doesn't really help with the whole needing to spend time here thing, because we, well, generally won't be drilling that, it's just that it doesn't make it any more of a better idea to drill it now. And then finally there's 50 minutes, and considering that everything else currently slows us down, because we still have to take a bit more time lockpicking, that's really not all that great, even though it's probably not going to be all that problematic. Now what we really want right now is for Cyber to just stop doing whatever's going on over there. And for the guard to, well, not walk over there, but instead walk over here, which is perfectly fine. It's just that we kind of can't do anything right now, and maybe, just maybe, drilling would actually be a good idea. Which, it isn't, but just maybe it could be. So right now it's the perfect opportunity for that guard to just walk all the way over here. It'll be great, and, well, presumably, no one's gonna see what's going on over there. Now, because for some reason that guard wants to not cooperate over there, we kind of don't really want to do anything until, well, that guard's moved somewhere else, which is fine and all. It's just that guard's not really moving right now, which... Perfect, so... Sure. That wasn't exactly how it was pictured, but, I mean, it certainly wasn't all that badly executed, and, well, it's certainly not in sight, which... I suppose it's great, just... maybe not all that great. Had it been done a bit earlier, we probably wouldn't have had to answer a radio, and, well, right now we could probably deal with all of these cameras, which we... well, really don't want you to see, because we kind of want to loop them in front of planes, in front of God's side, which, considering that the God's walking away, right? Really? Right, then we'll do exactly that, and it's going to be perfectly out of view. I mean... mind a dumpster and the whole, well, staying prone on top of a dumpster is probably not the best idea thing, but... You are not going over there. So we're gonna bag this up over here. Presumably we're gonna get a keycard relatively soon, but... aside from that, we're just going to, well, drop that over there, and because Cyber wants to leave over there, we are going to, well, arduously run over there. I mean, not really, but we'll go over here, grab the keycard over here, and then we're just gonna go up through here, because we don't really want to go through there, which... is perfectly fine because it doesn't really matter at all, so... we'll just do that. Cyber's for some reason backing that guard, which I guess is perfectly alright. But we'll do this right now, and you're gonna... hopefully notice that your colleague has been taken hostage, which... that's not all that favorable, so we're just going to do it this way. It's perfectly valid, just maybe not all that advisable, but... we'll go over here first, and then see what we can do over here, which... probably isn't much, but we can really... well, first of all, we could stop someone from disrupting Cyber's business over there of looping that camera. And then afterwards, we could, well, work on actually looping this camera over here, which would kind of be easier if the guard wasn't there, but then again, presumably that guard's... well, that camera's gonna be looped right on now because this is looped. But so far, Cyber does not plan on, well, looping that as we're just maintaining this guard's attention, which I suppose is fine. It's just that we would very, very much like that looped, which it kind of just was, so... we haven't got a camera there. That's absolutely perfect, because we did kind of just walk through here and hope for the best, and that's... maybe not the best solution, but so far it's working. Just to say that it's working perfectly is probably the wrong idea, which... if you could just kindly not do whatever that was, we'll move you through here, and then we'll meet the last guard that's gonna be, hopefully, well, up over there, because for some reason that guard doesn't really want to follow us, and that's less than ideal. Just saying, it's not that difficult, but we'll go over here. We'll bring you over here, and presumably Cyber's gonna be bringing that guard over there, which is fine and all. It's just that we probably want to bag them up right now because we still have the guns about, and that's generally not all that great of a thing, so hopefully Cyber's gonna be bagging them up later on, which would be relatively important, so Now that we've, well, actually just verified that, we're just gonna go through here and then we're just gonna start working on what's going on over here because we don't really just want to watch there instead Cyber, well, banging a body. If it isn't evident, but right now we've got, well, I mean, sure, that works out perfectly fine. We'll go over here and then we'll get cell C open because, well, if we don't, then Cyber's going to open cell C, which presumably now Cyber's going to open cell B over there, which is exactly not what's happening right now, and then we're just going to wait for this to complete over here because it's, well, probably not going to be any one of the fastest cells. That's not actually any reputable evidence, but, or more so an actually verifiable assertion at this current point in time, but we'll wait over here, and afterwards we'll just see if it's going to be cell C, which it unfortunately isn't, so we'll just wait for the news to see if it's going to be cell, well, B or cell D, and then we'll wait. Because there's not really much that we can do right now, so it's going to be cell D, which is exactly what we're going to open right now, and then once we're done with that, well, presumably Cyber's going to meet Rose, because we haven't really got that much need to run all the way over there, and, well, evidently that's not going to be happening, which is great. So instead, we're just going to go over here and meet Rose instead, because, well, I'm gonna just let Cyber stand over there and stare at a cell, which is fine and all. It's just that once we're done with this, we're just gonna go back up over there and then wait for Rose to finally, presumably, show up in the control center, because that's going to take an awful lot of time, because unfortunately, Rose is in cell D, and instead of, well, cell A or cell B, which would be a lot faster, but I suppose this is alright, and we'll just wait over here, which is perfectly fine. It's just that it's... Right then. Well, I don't think that's a takeaway here, but we'll just go over here. Cyber's gonna go through there, and then, well, we're gonna go right through here, which, as long as we aren't blocked by Cyber right in front of us, well, twice now, things should go just fine. And then we'll go through here for the third time, getting blocked by Cyber, and for the fourth time, which we're just going to not go towards over there, because that's gonna, well, all in all, save us time, and we really don't want it happening. Really don't want that happening for the fifth time, and that's at some point saying something, but we'll go over here now, get this open over here, and hopefully the commander's right over here, because that would be awfully convenient, which isn't the case, but it's perfectly fine. We'll just, I mean, sure, if you could kindly have your attention over here, and then subsequently lure you all the way over here, which would be... That is not... Really? Right then, we'll make sure our view, we're going to reload that, and then we're just going to find out where the commander's going to finally be going, because that was really, really slow, and really, really not necessary, but... We're just going to go through here now. This is not exactly a good location to take you out, but... The other guard's somewhere else, and, well, hopefully they're not going to turn around. That's really all that we can say right now. And if the guard does turn around, we're going to be in for a very, very bad time. So we'll just bag this up over here. We'll just run, well, as far away as possible from there until we can get somewhere to hide something, because we really don't want anything bad happening from here on out. And presumably Cyber's found, well, the room that we're supposed to be going for, and I don't think it's that one, because otherwise it would probably be open. Nor is it this one, but then again, there's a guard right over there, so we'll do the much more obvious option of going all the way over here. And presumably, it's just that Cyber didn't want to loop that camera, and Cyber doesn't want to get it door open, which... Never mind then, sure. We're just going to, well, ignore whatever that mark was then, and then we're just going to go through here, and it's going to go just fine, which probably isn't a takeaway here, but we'll follow right along over here. Not get up over here, because of course we're not going to. And then we're just going to start from the other side. We're not going to try anymore, because Cyber's presumably, well, blocking us, which is fine and all. There's a third path up over there. It's just... Why? Right then, we'll go over here. We'll hop up over here, and, well, that wasn't really very blockable, which I guess it is, just by physically being there, but we'll go through here now, and Cyber's going to be a bit far behind, which is absolutely hilarious, but we'll get out of here And well, once well, that's the daily challenge in just under 10 minutes. Cheers everyone, have a great time!